Hello everyone, welcome back to LFSL, Little Science Segments of Life. And today I'll be rating, if not reviewing, some of my favorite things which I've been reading for the past 5 years since 2020 and 2025, which are these books which are mostly fiction, but they're classics, right, Websy?
Yep, all of them are classics.
So let's get right into it because we don't want to make this video too long. So starting off with Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens over here. This was, I think, the last book I read, and I finished it in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks time, and I'll give this an 8.5 out of 10. Very good book, very good story, and really interesting as well. Good characters as well.
Don't you think it sounds a little over the top that you are sitting here and rating somebody like Charles Dickens?
Okay, please ignore it. Now,
But before we move, what was the book name?
Oliver Twist.
So here is my version of Oliver Twist. Okay, it's all torn, but it's this side it opens and it opens both sides. But yeah, this book I have from 26th of August 2001. So yeah, I was a huge reader, and 2001 is what the year I joined engineering. But yeah, I loved reading these books. But I was Odia medium, so Odia books. Okay.
Okay,
And what you
right.
have is abridged versions. I also have abridged versions. We have not read unabridged versions of these classics because they are too big, too big.
Yeah. But still, now moving on, Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. This is not a book that I particularly liked or understood. I just thought the story was a little, not so interesting. So I'll give this a 6.5 out
Which
of
one?
10. Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice. Okay. I never bought that book. I have read it from the library, but I never bought that book.
Yeah, so this is an okay-ish book. So then moving on to one non-fiction book, which is The Story of My Experiments with Truth by Mahatma Gandhi, the freedom fighter who made independent India. So, of course.
A freedom fighter with a bunch of other freedom fighters too.
Yeah.
But he was a critical person in making this thing happen.
Yeah.
Especially through non-violence. Right?
Yeah.
Father of the nation, man.
Yeah. So, this book was good, but not great. So, I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
Now, when you make a sentence like that or statement like that, you have to very clearly define what is good in your mind, what is great in your mind.
Yeah.
Because audience, it becomes open to interpretation. Audience can think of anything, right? So, what is your good and what is your great? You have not thought about it.
Yeah, I have. Like, interesting storyline and good character play.
Okay, so that's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
And good would be an
This is
interesting storyline in the right parts.
Okay. This is mostly his autobiography kind of thing.
Autobiography.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Got
7 out of 10.
Got it.
Now,
Never
moving
read
on.
that book.
Yeah, I read it. So, now another interesting book, The Mayor of Casterbridge by Thomas Hardy. And this is also a pretty good book.
Casterbridge Mayor, Odia version, okay. And this was something from the 1999. I read this book when I was 19 years old. So yeah, please.
Right. I'll give this one, but no one wants to see that.
Why?
Right. The Mayor of Casterbridge, I'll give this one a 7.5 out of 10.
Mayor of Casterbridge, if I remember, I would rate it around 7.58. I love the story.
Yeah, the story is good. Yeah, it's an interesting story and it's intense in some parts also, in my opinion. So, I like this. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yes, Thomas Hardy. Now, one of my most favorite books.
Yes, my favorite also. Let me find the book.
No. Before he does embarrass me, here it is. The Three Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas.
Alexandre Dumas. Yeah, so this is my version,
Oh God.
and this all is eaten by bugs now, but still the book is intact. Alright? With images also. Yeah,
No,
see?
no, don't. Right,
Tini Sipahi.
right, whatever.
Three Musketeers.
Right. This was an amazing book, amazing storyline, interesting characters. I'll never forget the name D'Artagnan, and
D'Artagnan.
it's D'Artagnan.
D'Artagnan. Yeah, D'Artagnan.
Okay, right, whatever. Very interesting story, very good characters as well. I mean,
Oh,
this is a
yeah.
book that you should read just for the characters.
This is part of this is the beginning of the series of books actually.
Yeah, yeah.
3 or 4, right? So this is followed by
I don't know. This is the only one I've read.
no, the Three Musketeers. Yeah, this is the next one. After 20 years, Kodia Verso Pore. Okay, so after 20 years, then I think is the man with the iron mask, Lahu Mukhadari
that I
Monisa.
have.
So yeah,
So this would be
after 20 years, I didn't find. I was searching for you.
this for me would be an 8.5 out of 10.
8.5 out of 10. Yes, for me
Yes,
also.
really good book.
Fantastic one.
Very interesting. Now another great book that I would do is, for God's sakes.
I don't have that one.
Okay, good. That's good. Treasure Island by the really good author Robert Louis Stevenson. This was a very intense and interesting book. Of course, I mean, most books that have ships and sailing in it obviously are interesting.
Right, very interesting.
Yeah. So I would give this one a solid 7.5 out of 10. This is an intense book and with a good story. Not that interesting, but a good storyline. And nothing that great about characters. So 7.5. 7.5 out of 10 would be a good rating for this.
Okay.
Now moving on, we have this, A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens again, which I would give a 7 out of 10. It's a good storyline, but I would like better characters in this book. I didn't like the characters that much and it wasn't that intense as well. So 7 out of 10 would be a good rating for this. Do you have it as well?
No, not that one.
Okay.
I've not read that one also.
Good.
So this is Lahu Mukhadari Monisa, the Odia translation of The Man with the Iron Mask.
Yeah, and
This is 28th of May 1999. So yeah.
And this is the one I read, The Man in the Iron Mask by Alexandre Dumas.
Yeah.
Also an amazing story, insane
Same three
characters.
Yeah, same three characters.
Yeah, amazing characters, of course. And I would actually give this one more than the Three Musketeers. I would give this a 9 out of 10.
Yeah,
Very good book.
I know.
Alexandre Dumas is a goated author.
Goated. I don't know goated. Goat author, yes.
Yeah, millennials, but anyway. Right, so moving on. This was actually the first ever book I read that I really liked. The first ever one in
I
the first
loved
one.
this book.
In
I don't know how many times
2020.
I have read this book in the Odia version. I don't know how many times.
And it's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea
Jules
by
Verne, yeah.
Jules Verne.
Yeah, 20,000 leans. I don't have the version here. I have a new version which I bought at around 2005-06 from Bhubaneswar Book Fair, but not the old one. So this is the collection of old ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Really, really good book. I finished this in like one day.
Yeah, this is a fantastic book. It's
Yeah.
always a fantastic read.
One day.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Yeah, very good.
Nautilus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Captain Nemo. Can't forget him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give this an 8 out of 10. Very good book.
And 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
For me. Yep.
Okay, yeah. Another one of my favorites.
Yeah, I have the new ones. Same Odia version, but new ones. Not
King Solomon's Mines.
Yep.
Sir Henry Rider Haggard.
Haggard. Yep.
Okay, so this is an awesome treasure hunt story which is really interesting to read.
This is made into multiple movies in multiple languages.
Yes, a lot. And good characters also.
The story is fantastic.
Yeah,
I
it gets
love it.
intense at the right moments. So I'll give this an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay.
Now moving on.
Yep.
We start a legendary series by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Yeah.
The Casebook of Sherlock Holmes.
Yes. Is this in the multiple parts or something?
Yes.
So this is which part?
This is, I think, part 2.
Okay.
I have the entire collection. So
Okay.
starting off.
I
with
also
this-
have the entire collection. Okay.
Right, of course
Their
you do.
cover-
Of course you do.
co-
of course.
Covers are not there, and they're all torn into pieces, and their edges bindings are all gone.
Well, I'm really not sure whether the audience wants to see
Audience
that.
love to see.
No, they don't.
They love to see this.
Right. So.
Audio versions. Better.
Okay, no, they're not. This is much better. So, the case book of Sherlock Holmes by Arthur Conan Doyle. I would give this an 8 out of 10 really. This part 2 one. I'm not going in order, but yeah, this was really interesting as well. I mean, Sherlock Holmes books are always really interesting.
No, for me, all of them are 10 out of 10. I love them.
Yeah, right. And yeah, so that's good for this one. Then, this is actually my favorite in the Sherlock Holmes series.
Which one?
The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes.
Okay, what
The
does this
most
contain?
interesting one.
What content? What are the stories contained in this?
I don't remember. It's been a while since I've read this.
I remember all the story names basically. So yeah, I've read them so many times. We didn't have internet, so I just go through these books like once every month. I mean, they take me to the world of imagination, the world of creativity. I don't know. You just get into your own world inside your head, right? And you imagine yourself as the protagonist, the hero, and the whole bunch. You guys, millennials, you just watch it.
But I'm Gen Z.
Yeah, whatever.
Right. So, as I was saying, this is actually my favorite. I'll give this one a 9 out of 10. Really, really interesting book. And of course, Sherlock Holmes and Watson solving more cases. This one is the first one in the series, I believe.
Yeah, then it should have that blood. What is that? You don't have the story names at the content page?
Yeah, we do.
I don't know, remember the English names basically, but the blood, so the blue carbuncle, engineers.
Yeah.
No, this is not the first one. The
Okay.
Boston Valley, the case of identity, the man with the twisted lip, the red-headed league. Yeah, this is not the first one.
Okay, I
It's not the
don't
first
know
one.
then, but 9 out of 10 book for me. Then another Jules Verne, A Journey to the Center of the Earth.
This I never read. I saw the movie, but I never read this book.
Yeah, this is a pretty good book if you like to.
Fantasy books.
Yeah, if you like fantasy books, because like going to the center of the earth is impossible. But this one is an interesting book, so I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. Interesting storyline.
Okay.
And then, okay, The Time Machine by
Never
H.G.
read it.
Wells.
Never read it.
Okay, so this is of course another imaginary story, which is pretty interesting really, and this is like, it's very good if you want to like imagine stuff. So I'll give this one an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Good
Okay.
characters, good storyline.
Okay.
Interesting and good storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have another Sherlock Holmes, The Memoirs of Sherlock Holmes.
Go through the content page. Let me have a look. What kind of chapters are there? So we have the Crooked Man, the Glorious Skirt, the Musgrave Rituals,
The Reigate Puzzle.
Yeah, Silver Blaze. Silver Blaze is one of the best ones. Yep. Okay.
I'll give this one another 8 out of 10.
10 out of 10. For me, Sherlock Holmes and Conan Doyle, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle is 10 out of 10. Always.
Really good book, of course, it's Sherlock Holmes. And then we have one that I particularly love.
The Return of Sherlock Holmes.
The
Yeah.
Return of Sherlock
Yeah.
Holmes. So Arthur Conan Doyle is another goated author. So
Goat Arthur.
Goated, right. Amazing book, amazing. 9 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, 9 out of 10 for me.
Okay.
Now we have another one by Arthur Conan Doyle, The Hound of the Baskervilles.
The
Yeah.
Hound of Baskervilles is something, I would say 11 out of 10. Because I thought of, at that age.
This is the only book I would give a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When I read this book, I was like 16, 17 years old. So I read this book and I thought of creating a movie out of this book. I mean, the dog, the fire, the everything, man. The Mystery Skein, The Curse of the Baskervilles, The Case Opens, The Henry
The
Baskerville.
Case Opens is one of my favorite chapters.
Sir Henry Baskerville is who invited him.
Yeah.
So yeah. The whole shebang. This is like,
Intense and interesting story. Amazing characters, of course. Nothing to explain this one. Gets justified as a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
So that's all the books I have to rate today.
Okay, so I will add a few things that I have read, but I don't know if so. This is something called Timisikari, right? So this actually is a abridged and translated version of Moby Dick. Okay, love the story, love it. Gudu has the book, he has not read it yet. Okay, so that's why he's not rating it or showing it. The other thing, one of my again something you read it at 16, 17 or 15, and then think you are going to make a movie out of it, but you are now 45 and you are not. Prisoner of Zenda, the following book, Henju Rupert. This is a sequel. This is the first book, Prisoner of Zenda. This is the following one, Henju Rupert, right? Fantastic books, 11 out of 10, both of them. The next one I read again is, Odia translation is Bhakti-Ghara, but English translation is, the original one is Lighthouse at the End of the World, right? So that's probably 6 or 7 out of 10 for me. And the last one, Huckleberry Finn's Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. In Odia, it's Huckleberry Finn Ra Kahani.
Oh, I actually have this one as well. Let me show that to you.
So this, and then I had another one called Black Tulip. Then I had Black Beauty. A lot of stories I've read, and imagine most of them to be movies. I create the movies on these stories, but yeah.
This is my one, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain.
Yeah.
8 out of 10.
This is like a 9 out of 10.
8 out of
classic
10.
book.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
So that wraps it up.
That wraps it up. Yeah. I am at that age. I also started reading. Odia, right? So my base was pretty big because you get the chance to read somebody like Phathurananda. I don't know if you know them, but if you know how to read Odia books, you will roll on the floor laughing with every page. That's who Phathurananda is. Okay,
Right.
But anyways,
Of course.
yeah. Not digressing. Coming back to the video because it's about to be 17 minutes, 18 minutes, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, reading is a habit that can change your life. So do read.
Yeah, and these books are not that expensive as well. Most of them are below 250, 300.
And another book that needs a mention, which I've read like 50 times, 40 times, because at that time, as I said, we didn't have internet when I was in 96, 97.
Should I take a guess?
What is the guess?
Count of Monte Cristo.
The Count of Monte Cristo. I don't know how many times I've read the book and how many times I've created a movie out of that book in my head.
There are actually so many
and
movies.
there are 3-4 movies already. I've seen 2 of them. And that's one of the books. I got the unabridged version of that. I don't know if it is there or not. But that is like this big.
Yeah, it's
this
very thick book.
So, and it is in proper English, right? And it's not very fun to read because I gave it to Gudu when he was like 8 or something or 9. And he just couldn't. And I have never opened this book to read.
I just watched the movie.
Yeah, it's like this thick, man. I don't know where it is. It's a huge one. But Count of Monte Cristo, always one of my top favorites.
Yeah, amazing story.
So it's like 12, 13 out of 15 out of 10.
It plays with your emotions.
Yeah, man. That's a fantastic book. So with that, we can close the review of books. Because without Count of Monte Cristo, nothing.
Yeah, it won't be.
Yep.
So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, have lots of fun. Bye.
Bye-bye.